Friday. I have a really awesome fun fold for you today. Also, I got some updates for us, so let's go ahead and flip this over. We're just gonna get right to it, right? This is Friday, and we got things to do, people to see, right? So let me flip this over. There we go. All right, so a couple updates before we jump in here. The new paper pumpkin was launched, I guess it was yesterday, right? On the 11th. So you have until August 10th to subscribe for this month's paper pumpkin. But look, it's a fun fold. Whoo! Don't we love that? So really cute, like an accordion fold out. Very cute. And it's called Time for Cake. And this is the paper pumpkin kit for August 2024. There is an additional free stamp set in this kit too. So if you are interested in paper pumpkin, you can contact me or go to my website, which is right over here. And I have a paper pumpkin link at the bottom of each of my blog posts so you can find out all the details about paper pumpkin. Paper pumpkin is a really nice subscription box that comes in your mailbox, and it's a mystery every month. So I know there's a few drawbacks to that as far as for us demonstrators, because we really don't get to see the whole kit until it's actually released. But Stampin' Up! Reassures us that they like it as a mystery. So it's just a fun way to craft, and everything's done for you, all right? So you just have to put it together and do a little stamping. Also, the bonus days are still happening, and this is going to happen for the whole month of July. July is the earn month, so every $50, remember this is every increment of $50 before shipping and tax, you will get a bonus day coupon that will come from Stampin' Up! Directly. And this is in an email format, and it could go to your spam folder or your junk folder. So please be looking in those two places, because these coupons, you're going to redeem them in August. And then come August, if you don't find your coupons, they're not going to send you or reissue other coupons, all right? So whenever you place your order, you should see that within a few minutes. All right, and then just put those in a folder, and then come August, I think it's August 1st, or maybe it's August 3rd. I don't know. This started July 3rd. So anytime in August, you guys stay tuned. I'll let you guys know when the redeeming part is, or the cash in. So that will be in August, all right? So you cash in all your coupons. All right. Also, the card kit for this past Wednesday has been posted. Very cute cards. 3 cards you'll get for free. All the consumables. You will need the stamp set, which is the Sweet Peas stamp set. 2 fun folds, which are very cute. Here, let me show you. This one and this one. I did update the printable, and I'm going to show you what that looks like now. So if you did print it off from the newsletter from Wednesday, you might want to go check out my blog, because I did post the correct diagram for this fun fold. And I posted it on the printable. And here's the host code for this card kit. Remember, you have until this Sunday. So 2 days. Sunday is the last day, July 14th, to get the kit for free with your $40 order. Use that host code. So here is the correct printable. And you can see on page 3 with the fun fold, there is a diagram on there. And you can see the score at the bottom. Okay? So go ahead and reprint that, even if it's just to print page 3 to go with page 1 and 2, all right? So that printable has been updated, and it's on my website for the Sweet Pea card class number 48, all right? And then also Sunday is the deadline to get your order in with that host code to get the card kit for free. And then the kit should be going out no later than Monday, I'm assuming. All right, and then I do have a printable. Go to my website after today's video, and this printable will be listed over there. We're going to be making this cute card. Now, I'm just going to make the card with you, but I'm going to show you how to make it. But I'm not going to make the actual hamburger, the Beastro Burger. It is such a sweet bundle. And I do have a couple other samples for you. So stay tuned for that. You're going to love it. All right, so let me show you the Beastro Burger card. It's so, so cute. Look at that knife, will you? Oh my gosh. The dies are even better than the stamp set, but you got to have them both because they both go together so good. Oh wait, there's something on here that I don't want on here. I don't know how that happened. But this card is called the Pop-Up Flap Fun Fold card. Very simple and very minimal supplies, which again, we love that, right? So here is the card. You're going to pull it and it flaps up. Don't you love it? Boop, boop, boop. I can see my husband and my father-in-law and my mom, for that matter, and Jesse doing this card, like just doing it like this. And I'm also thinking maybe the next card class will be using this Beastro Burger because it is amazing, this bundle. Look how cute that hamburger is. And the knife looks legit, right? That is just silver foil sheet with the early espresso. And then look at the flames. It's just so cute. Male or female, kids all alike. We all love hamburgers, right? And I feel like I'm actually going through a hamburger phase. I feel like I'm loving hamburgers. All right, so I'm going to show you how I assembled this card. And again, get the printable over on my website, right? And I have 2 other samples to show you, all right? But let's get started. These are the supplies you're going to need. And I'm using the Country Woods designer paper. I thought that would look very kind of masculine for my card. Okay, so let's start with the designer paper. This is the Country Woods. This piece is cut at 4 by 4 3/4. This piece is cut at 4 by 7 1/2. And then you're just going to need a card front, which is cut at 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. That's it. Seriously. And I am using a 1-inch circle punch. So you can use a 1 1/4, whatever circle punch you have. You're just making the thumb pull, hold down at the bottom of the card right here. So, and I know you probably can't see that very good. See, like here on the, see, so you're just going to do a little notch out here so they know that they're going to pull this designer paper here to make that flap up. I freaking love this card. Seriously. And the knife is so cute. I know, I'm getting sidetracked. All right, so here is the Beastro Burger die. Let me go through all these pieces with you guys. So in case you have this die already, you'll know what the pieces are. Of course, we have the flame and the hamburger and a pickle, which you guys all know I love dill pickles. And then you also have the French fry die. You have a couple banners with the flags and the banner here to go with your, like a poker thing on your flag, like a kind of frou-frou drink, you know how you get your umbrella? Well, when you cut this hamburger, it makes a little slit at the top. So the knife can go in, or you can put like a flag. So they gave you a flag and a couple banners here so you can make a couple different kinds. And it looks like you can make your condiments. I'm assuming that's what that is, but I haven't cut it out yet. But you have like your mustard, your ketchup, and then you have a little holder here. You also get 2 little olives so you can put them on your little toothpick and stick that in the burger. I'm telling you, they thought of everything. And then the cute little jalapeno. And then you're also your hamburger tray, you know, like your tray to carry your hamburger out. Jesse calls this something like, you know how when you do a cheese and a meat platter thing, they're called something. I'm going to have to find out. I'll let you guys know on Wednesday what that is actually called. But this die is so, so adorable. And then here's the stamp set. Like I said, they go together like peas and carrots, guys. It's so cute. And of course, this is like kind of like more on the masculine side, but you can definitely make these for male, female, kids of all ages. But there is a Happy Father's Day. You're kind of a big deal, or a big deal, but I wish they would have said a big dill, like dill pickle, D-I-L-L. And you can also change that out if you want, but that would have been perfect, you know, kind of like a punny little greeting. And then here's to a great guy, and then time to celebrate. Okay, so I used a couple of those greetings in my card, kept it pretty generic so it's not so much for Father's Day. And it could be, well, I guess the front says here's to a great guy, but you could get the, you know, like Sonic gift cards. You could get Whataburger. Is that still around? Whataburger or Whataburger? Or Fuddruckers, that's still a hamburger joint here in Michigan, right? Fuddruckers. And also, you know, even Burger King or whatever. Just get a fast food. A little gift card would be so cute with this card. You could put a little pocket on the back and tuck it in there for the hamburger. You know what I mean? Just so many cute ideas. So, but the bundle is actually in the annual catalog. Okay, so make sure you mark that because that's definitely a must-have. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and score our 2 pieces of designer paper. Let me get my paper trimmer over here. All right. All right, so now let's start with our 4 by 4 3/4 inch piece. This is 4 3/4 and then 4, right? All right, so I'm going to put this blue side down to the bottom of my card. And what we're going to do is we're going to score. Let me get my measurements here. One moment, please. All right, tack this up here on my little clipboard. All right, on the 4 3/4 side, we're going to score at 1 5/8. And I'm going to flip this over. This is going to be the bottom of the front of my card. And this will all make sense as we go, all right? So score the top, especially if you have like directional paper. You'll want to make sure what you're putting at the top and the bottom of your front of your card. So this is the front piece of our card, okay? So we're going to score the top of the 4 by 4 3/4 at 1 5/8. And the 5/8 is right, the 8th mark past the half and right before the 3/4. So score that at 1 5/8. Okay, so this is going to be the top of my card. This is going to be the bottom. Okay, now we're going to take the 4 by 7.5 inch piece. Let me see, making sure, double check, right? Okay, so then on the 4 by 7.5, we're going to score this at 3.5. The 3.5 inch side is going to be the top of the inside, and that again will make sense here in a minute. Okay, so the smaller piece is going to be the top right here, and I'm going to actually flip this over so there's a contrast to my bottom pull here. This is going to be the pulling part that flaps open on the bottom of your card. So if you want to make it all the same, you can definitely do that. But I like having a different design on the bottom edge. So they know that, you know, hey, there's something different about this card. And then with the thumb hole, it's going to tell them to pull it. All right. Okay, let's move our trimmer. All right, and also if you want to put a piece of basic white on the inside of our card like I have done on all 3 of my samples, you will need 2 pieces of basic white, and these are cut at 3 3/4 by 3 1/4. I know that's very confusing. I'll try to put it up on the screen, but it's 3 3/4. Hopefully you guys can see my screen here. So it's 3 3/4 wide because this is 4, right? And then you're going to cut it at 3 1/4. 2 of them, okay? One for the top up here and one for the bottom. Make sure you don't go all the way down because you want to keep that contrast of the lid or the bottom piece to pull, all right? Now, this is going to be the top of our card. So what we're going to do is we're going to put adhesive on the bottom section of this 4 by 4 3/4 piece, only at the bottom. Remember, this is your 1 5/8 top piece. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it over and I'm just going to put adhesive only on the back side. And you want to cover this pretty good. You could also use liquid glue if you wanted. All right, so again, we're not putting any adhesive on the 1 5/8 side, only on the bottom section. And then this, remember, this is the top. And then this part is the bottom piece that's going to be pulling to open up your flap, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to take our adhesive side and we're going to put it right over top of your top piece of your designer paper of the 7 7.5 inch by 4. And the reason why we put it on this side on the front is because this side is going to be a little bit smaller than this. So, and that's on purpose because then your flat flip flap won't work if it's the same size. So put your adhesive on this larger end on the 4 by 4 3/4 and then put it on top of the top side of your designer paper. And then that way you're not getting any adhesive on this side of your 4 by 7.5, okay? Only on the top piece. And then you can see this is going to be your actual 4 by 5 1/4 piece that's going to layer onto your 4 1/4 by 5.5 inch piece. Ta-da! All right, now, before we go any further, I'm going to actually fold and burnish those fold lines of my card just to make them a little bit more crispier. All right, and we're going to fold this one over here. All right. All right, now, this is going to be the front of our card, the flip-flap part. So you can see here, it's already working. Flip it over. Now, my pencil is not going to show up very good. Let me see if I can use this pen. That might be better. What we're going to do is on this top, now look here, this is the front. So on this flap right here on the back side, that's where we're going to go. You're going to measure 1/2 inch up from that fold line. And this is going to give you the play for your mechanism for the flap to move. So I'm just trying to show you here in the camera. Go up 1/2 inch and then do this side the same way. And this is from the fold line on the back side of the top. Okay? 1/2 inch. Whoa, I can't even see that. Let me flip this over here. 1/2 inch. That darker. I really debated on whether or not to make the darker version with you today just because it is darker. All right, let me show you. I'm going to make a line back here just to give you a visual. And I'm going to use my purple pen and hopefully that's going to show up. Yeah, that should show up. All right, so again, we're on the back side on the top part of our designer paper, right? So you can see that I went up 1/2 inch from this fold line. And this is where we're only going to put adhesive to attach this piece to our early espresso. That's it. That is the only area that you're going to put your adhesive above that pencil line, okay? So we're going to go ahead and put our adhesive only at the top. Do not go below that 1/2 inch pencil mark. Okay, so then this is what that should look like. Okay, only up top, and then after you've measured out 1/2 inch from the fold line, all right? Now, before we put this on, we're going to take our 1 inch circle or whatever circle you have. I'm going to use the 1 inch. This is retired right now. We're going to punch that out for a little thumb hole, okay? And then we're going to go ahead and put this onto the 4 1/4 by 5.5 inch piece of cardstock. So easy, you guys. And look how flat it is. So then when you pull it, so awesome. I love it so much. All right, now let's put our, now I will recommend that if you're stamping like my hamburger card here, my Beastro Burger, you'll want to stamp and color and do all that before you actually put it in the card. So I'm just going to lightly tack these pieces of basic white on the inside because I will reuse this card. So, but for the sake of the video, I'm just going to go ahead and put these in here to show you how they go. And they fit perfect. Remember, these are both cut at 3 1/4 by 3 3/4. I'm going to put one at the top and one at the bottom. Now you're lining up that top score line right here in the center. Well, the center of this paper that I have opened. You're not going to line it up at the center of the bottom because the bottom is your, I think it's a 3/4 inch that hangs over. Let me see how much hangs over here. Maybe it's a 1/2 inch. Yeah, it's a 1/2 inch that hangs over here. So then you want that to peek out, right? And be over your thumb hole. So when you pull it, the receiver knows to pull that designer paper to expose your messages on the inside. Ta-da! So cute. So that's your card. All right, now let me give you a couple tips here when you're decorating your card, because you're going to notice on my other two samples, I used, you know, a couple other bigger items for the focal point of the front of the card. And you want to keep your image below that score line that we scored at 1 5/8. You can see the fold line right here. When I pull this right here, see that score line? That's the 1 5/8 that we made. You want to keep your images in this area down below that, because if you have anything that's sticking up above that, it might hinder that flap door to open. All right, so when you're putting your images on the front of the card, keep them in the lower area. And you can actually hang them over on the ledge a little bit if you wanted. That's the way I did a couple of mine. So just make sure you're keeping everything below that 1 5/8 score line. Okay? All right, now here's my hamburger one again. So I'll show you that one first. Oh, I love this card. And it flaps like snap, snap, you know, like that bend and snap, right? All right, and then this one, I used the country flowers for the front here. Let me show you these stamp sets that I'm using. All the stamps are listed on the printable. This is the country flowers and the country birdhouse. I used a couple of the greetings on the inside of my card with the country birdhouse, but for the front, I used the country flowers with the bouquet of flowers and the little tin can here. So you can see here on this one. And then I also used the Unbounded Beauty. I think that's what it was. The Unbounded Beauty designer paper. But this one is on the Summer Splash. So you can see I just made it into a sweet little birthday card. I didn't get to stamp the basic white because this was one of the first ones that I made. And it made it kind of bumpy with all the dimensionals on the front. So I went ahead and stamped the greeting and then cut it out and then just pop that up on dimensionals. So, but isn't it cute the way it flaps up? And then the Summer Splash, I put a piece of basic white on that one and then just cut that finger hole or thumb hole out. And then I added a piece of the pretty and pink ribbon. Now, I did not list all the blends and the ribbon and the deckled circles that I used on the card on this one on my printable. But I will have all the pictures over on my website so you guys can see that. All right. And then the last card I wanted to show you is the Tune In. So cute. This is the Tune In stamp set. Very retro. And it does come in a bundle with the dies. Tune In dies. So cute. I absolutely love the stamp set because it's got these cute little starburst and the little flash things here. And this is so many cute greetings in this stamp set. Stay tuned for an important message. News flash. You're a classic. You're super. And then happy birthday. So cute. So this is in a bundle, and this is also in the annual catalog. And you can see here that I cut the TV out and colored that in with gray granite. Then I stamped it on the same designer paper, which is from To Market designer paper. This paper right here. Both, well, it's the same paper. It's just the opposite side. And then I cut out 3 of the little stars. So cute. And then the inside, You're a classic. Newsflash. Happy birthday. But I love this. Stay tuned for an important message. Like, how many times did we see that growing up on our TV, right? So funny. I love it. And then I used the peach pie for the base of this one. And it's got the flowers. And this is the actual other side of this designer paper. The polka dotted side with the peach pie. So there are 3 samples of this really cute pop-up flat fun fold card. You guys are going to have so much fun with this. I can't wait to hear all about it. But I think this hamburger one is my favorite just because that knife looks so legit. But they all are really awesome. And of course, go to my website after today's video and get the printable. And that will be over on my website titled the same title of the card, the pop-up flat fold card. And you can print that out, all right? And then don't forget my card class from Wednesday using the Sweet Pea stamp set. Let me show you those again. This class will be available through Sunday. You can get those for free, the consumables and everything. You will need the stamp set. This stamp set does not come with the die though, which we're really sad, but we made it work. It's really cute, beautiful stamp set. Really fun, punny stamp set. All right, guys. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Love you guys. Bye.